Hi everyone, welcome to another interesting session. This is your boy Sam, all the way from Ontario, Canada. Uh, Today I'll be discussing on the pathways to Canada via the permanent residency route. So in my last section, I discussed about the Federal Skill Worker Program, but today I'll be talking on the provincial nomination. Provincial nomination. So, firstly, I want to thank you guys for watching my videos and also subscribing. It means a lot to me. I really appreciate you guys. Also, for the feedbacks, the messages, I really want to appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. So, to the program of today, to the topic of today, rather, provincial nomination. Uh, as part of the pathways that you can migrate to Canada through the permanent residency route is provincial nomination. Provincial nomination. Another word for provincial means state. So each province in Canada has its own uh, provincial nomination programs. For instance, Manitoba has its own provincial nomination program. Alberta has its own nomination program. British Columbia, Ontario, Newfoundland and Labrador, New Brunswick, and so on and so forth. Each of the states or province has its own provincial nomination. Now, how can you get this provincial nomination, or what are the requirements from each of the province? So now each province, like I said, has its own uh, program, and the requirements are quite unique. Although there are some things that are similar to each of the province or the provinces, however, there are still some unique features. Okay, so I'll start. To get this provincial nomination, you can get it in two ways. Uh, is either you apply directly to the province. So you, for instance, you go under Manitoba, you type provincial nomination Manitoba, then it will take you to the website of the government of Manitoba for the provincial nomination application. Then when you click on it, you first need to register. When you register with your email and password, then you have to go to the direct portal for the uh, provincial nomination. There you'll be able to see the requirements like years of experience, your age, um, educational qualifications, English test, proof of fund. You know, they have a lot of requirements. If you have a family there, so these are the requirements. So you'll be filling it one after the other, and there's a certain or there's a particular point that you may need to get. It will be written on the website before you can be able to get what's it called, nomination. Before you can be nominated, that is, you surpass the required points or the requirements, then you'll be issued a nomination. So in this provincial nomination, like I said, you can apply in two ways. Is either you go to the province directly, you apply, you go to the website of that province, you apply directly, or the second way is if you have what's it called, express entry profile. So in your express entry profile, the province themselves can send you a message that they are interested in you and they want you to come and reside in their province. So in your express entry profile, if you have such message, you can accept if you want to, and you can decline. That's number one. The second thing is you can apply it where I said earlier to the province, then you will indicate under your application, there's a section that you will indicate if you have created what's it called, express entry profile already. So you will indicate by saying yes. So when they are going through your profile, they'll see that you have an express entry uh, profile already. Then luckily, if you have been issued the certificates, nomination, then you now use that nomination in your express entry profile. Okay, and that's 100% guarantee. Once you can get a nomination from any of the province, maybe you apply for nomination, provincial nomination, and you're being issued the certificate, then you can use it. If you have already created an express entry profile, then you can now use that nomination in your express entry profile, which is about, I think it will give you like maybe 600 points, and that will automatically uh, uh, give you an edge that you'll be invited, like you'll be issued an invitation to apply on your profile, in Express Entry, because it's 600 point and the cutoff might be maybe 470. It keeps changing, might be 550, might be 485, depending on the numbers of applicants, the numbers, and maybe depending on also the numbers of people that passed. Okay, so if you have a higher volume, the pass mark or the point might be increased, but if you have lower volume, they might reduce it a little. So once you have your nomination certificate from the province and you have created your express entry profile already, and you indicate that when you're filling your nomination, provincial nomination, what's it called, form, and you're being issued the certificate, nomination certificate, you can use it in your express entry profile. So that's another thing. Then, like I said previously, if you're applying directly and you don't have an express entry profile, so once you're being issued the nomination, then you can apply directly without using express entry profile. You can just apply by the nomination. You apply through the express entry, then your means of application will be through the provincial nomination program. Okay, since you don't have an express entry profile, so you can apply on paper application. That is, if you're applying directly to when you have your nomination, if you're applying without the express entry profile, so you'll be doing the paper application. But if you have created your express entry profile already and you went ahead to apply for the nomination in that province, then if you are being issued the nomination certificate, then you can use that in your express entry profile. That is, you're applying online. However, let me state here that provincial nomination takes a longer period of time in processing comparing to the express entry, right? I think the provincial nomination should be between maybe 2 years, okay, depending how, if your application is complete and there is no issue, maybe they're requesting for you to fill another form, or there's a cancellation, or there's an error in your application. But it's between 2 years. Why the express entry route should be like within 6 months to 7 months. So that's the two differences between the express entry profile through the Federal Skilled Worker Program or the provincial nomination, right? And each province, like I said, has its own unique, method for the provincial nomination. I know for Manitoba, if you have someone there as a relative or close family, you'll be able to claim a point, which will help you. And I think Saskatchewan as well. If you have people there, that even will guarantee you that your nomination will be issued, right? Then your years of qualification, if you have 10 years work experience, that's a good one. It will help you to get a full mark. Then your proof of fund as well. Then the family size, number of the family size, also it's a factor as well. Okay, so that's how provincial nomination. That's how you can get provincial nomination in Canada. Is that you apply through the paper application or you apply through online application. If you have express entry profile already, you can reach out to any of the provinces. You submit your application for the provincial nomination. You indicate in your application that you have created an express entry profile already. They might ask you for the express entry profile, maybe number or reference or a number, right? To show that you have created it and you're successful. You're successful in creating the express entry profile. Then once you meet up with the criteria and after they scrutinize, then you're being issued the nomination certificate. Then you can now use it in your express entry profile, and the next round of draws, definitely you'll be issued invitation to apply on your, that's ITA, on your express entry profile. Okay, so and one thing about provincial nomination, I don't want to forget this point about provincial nomination, is that when you're applying to a provincial nomination and at the end of the day you're being issued, kindly note that you may need to reside in that province for some certain period of time. Okay, for instance, if you apply through the Saskatchewan provincial nomination and fortunately you're being issued a certificate, you apply through the immigration of Canada and you're being issued your permanent residency to come into Canada, you may need to reside in that province that issued you the nomination certificate for, like, for instance, maybe 3 years. You may need to reside in that province till you apply for your citizenship, right? So once you do that, you must do that. Sorry, rather, you must do that. You must, is a must. You must reside in that province till you apply for your citizenship, right? Yes. So that's one thing that is unique to provincial nomination, either by federal express entry or you're doing paper application. Once you're accepting provincial nomination, you may need to reside in that province, right? Then of course, as part of the document you'll be submitting, your medicals, your police reports, and other things. These are the documents you'll be submitting as well. Your English test, your educational qualification, that's evaluation. So that's part of the things you'll be submitting as well. So this is the information about provincial nomination. Let me recount again. You can apply directly through the province, and or you can indicate your interest in that province in your express entry profile. You can do it in any way, right? So let me just mention the province that are doing the nomination programs. I think Alberta, British Columbia, Manitoba, New Brunswick, Newfoundland and Labrador, Nova Scotia, Northwest Territory, Ontario, Prince Edward Island, Saskatchewan, and Yukon. These are the provinces that are doing their provincial nomination. So you just click on each of the territory or the province or the state, read through the requirements and gather your information, gather resources. Okay, and before I finish this session, let me iterate and emphasize again that I'm not an immigration consultant. I don't charge people for application. I don't do that. I'm just giving out this information because I know a lot of people are interested in migrating to Canada, but they don't have the full information or how to go about it. So it's just a move for me to just play my home part, assisting people free of charge. So if you need clarity, if you need something that you want me to give you full explanation on, you can just send a message to me, maybe through my Facebook, or just comment under this video. Okay, thank you so much. In my next video, I'll be discussing more on the pathways to Canada. via the permanent residency route, and also I'll be telling you the advantages of Canada ahead of any other country recently, or like the advantages of you being in Canada comparing to maybe like UK. I'll be telling you the advantages of Canada. So, and you guys will be able to see the differences and decide where you want to migrate. Okay, thank you so much. I'll see you some other time. Thank you.